This is probably gonna get muted, but quite frankly, I don't really care. This song has been my jam for today. Excuse me. We're gonna crank up this jam just a little bit. Cause my head is such a mess. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Don't let me go, don't let me go, don't let me go. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Don't let me go, don't let me go, don't let me go.
Oh, I'm letting you go.
Cause I've been here far too long. This has been my jam today, man. This has totally been my jam. Nice. Now I was extremely proud that my 3-year-old asked for this song by name while I was doing dishes this morning. I was so happy. And I loved it. I think it was Glitch who was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard the name Goldfinger in ages." I'm like, "Oh, this album is glorious."
So, I don't know if you got the email like I did.
Which email?
About Twitch mods, mod view.
Mod View.
Yes.
I don't know. I probably did, because I'm a mod in a couple channels. What is it?
Yeah, apparently it's a customizable view that moderators have of the channels in which they moderate.
Huh.
Like, I am looking at, I'm actually in the Twitch app, the Windows Twitch app,
Mm-hmm.
and I got all sorts of buttons and doodads I can hit.
Oh. That's frightening.
Let me see.
Hey, Wacky, how you doing? Let's turn that off because I'm already going to get muted in that part, so.
But yeah, let's see, what's the best place to... Here's what I'm currently looking at. I put a screenshot of what I'm looking at in the Discord. Oh, and Wacky, do I have a Terraria story for you? Oh, now this is interesting.
Let's see here. Right there. I was about to yell at an idiot in someone else's Discord, and I thought better of it.
Good job.
Oh, the United States healthcare sucks because we have the most cases of the COVID-19 thing.
Um, point of information.
Point of order.
Number one, we have a lot more people than most other Western nations. Number two, we also have a shizload of people from China moving all about our nation. And number three, we're actually testing more than most other Western nations. So the fact that we actually have more proven positive cases doesn't mean jack diddly crap. That just means we have a lot of people that are actually getting tested. That doesn't mean we suck at healthcare. That actually means we're doing the right things.
Now, also, I will say that despite not actually going in and reading the articles, so therefore I am not claiming any type of expertise on what I'm about to state.
Uh-huh.
According to a few headlines that I've seen come across my internet space, I've seen multiple headlines state that the United States has actually been the most prepared of any nation for dealing with COVID.
Well, a
Now, of
couple.
course, that's a very subjective term in regard to the fact that most prepared still doesn't mean prepared.
No one was effing prepared for this, so that's kind of. Well, here's a couple of the reasons. I've actually listened to quite a number of people talk on this point. The idea is we, as a capitalist society, we actually have the ability to mobilize and make crap happen. The majority of the blunders of the of this whole thing are mainly due to the CDC. No one was prepared for the Corona Inquisition. That gets a quad yeah. Why has the lobby server encountered an internal error?
Did it come down to the corona?
I must have. That blows. Come on. What the frick? All right. How place.
Okay, so last night, like after the stream, before I just finally decided I should go up to bed, I was putzing around Steam, looking and seeing, okay, what if any games do I have readily available that can take advantage of me having just recently hooked up a controller. And I came to realize that, oh, I have Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet
Ooh.
installed. And you see,
Okay.
I
Hold
started.
on. That happened the second time in a row.
Okay. Check the FC Discord, see if anybody knows anything about it. My first thought.
Let's see here.
Okay, that was.
Yeah, it looks like Reika is having that issue.
Or at least was.
Let's see here. Trying to get in finally. Finally at 5:57. Okay, so let's see. They say try switching data centers. Seeing if that does it.
So I can't remember what I was talking about.
Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet.
Oh yeah. So one of the first things that you have happen in the game is you make your character, and then your character goes and finds basically an android that follows you around. So basically, it's always two people, two characters together. And I came up with this brilliant idea: starting a character, naming the character Soraya, and then as my AI buddy, android buddy, Joya.
That's kind of
And I was
cool.
just like, no, I can't do that. I'm like, yeah, I could do that. I'm like, no, if I'm gonna do that, let me do it on stream. And so I'm just like, because like I started a gameplay, a playthrough of it.
All right,
but I
there
was
we go.
just like,
That seemed to work.
yay! But yeah, I was just like, yeah, if I'm gonna do it, I'll do it on stream because I started a playthrough and I was just like, it was so long ago since I halted it. It's just like I have no idea what's going on. What do these buttons do? And the fact that I was doing it previously on keyboard and mouse and now had a controller, yeah.
Is it easier?
I think so.
All right, Trials, the Jade Stoa. Okay, we're just gonna join that puppy right now. So
Yeah.
now we need to go to Hien.
But what's interesting is this mod view. There is one small thing right in the corner. It says Review Request Queue. And there was a little number there. And I was just like,
Hey, Kane.
huh, what's that? Hi, Kane. And it said 81. And I'm like, what requests? So basically, anytime anybody hits one of the pull-up commands, the push-ups, yeah, like they request push-ups or skill toys, wheel spin.
Oh,
like
have
that,
I not
that
been
gets
like
logged.
actually redeeming those officially?
Well, because I pull it up and there's a list and it says mark as complete or reject.
I don't think I've actually ever done that.
No, that's okay. Because you know what I can do is there's a listing of complete all.
Ah. That would be fantastic.
And so I don't know if there's any notation that you see, but yeah, I just completed them all for you.
That would be great. All right, time for another.
Kane, don't do that thing. You must respect the wacky, or it should get no tobacco.
You don't want tobacco.
Isn't there an actual proper use for tobacco rather than chewing and or smoking?
Dressing animals' bruises.
There you go. See, Kane, if you mistreat Wacky, you're not going to be able to pass animal husbandry.
Oh man.
Wacky, it's the low-hanging fruit. Or low-hanging tobacco leaves. One of the two.
Hi. So it was fun. I actually did a little Zwift stream with my daughter today.
I saw note of that. I was going to try to watch, except I was kind of busy not working.
Yeah, that sucks you weren't able to actually get connected, man.
I mean, okay, so Ow! I think I just busted my shin here.
Jeez, don't break his
Wacky, why don't you
coccyx.
quit- Yeah, I need my coccyx.
Yeah, your grandmother went to the sand dunes and broke her coccyx. Because of that, I gotta be here.
Grandma wants you to leave and stop ruining our lives, Uncle Rico. It's a free country. I can do whatever I want.
Fun fact, Uncle Rico, the actor, he's actually a vegetarian. He never actually eats the steak. There's a couple of scenes where Uncle Rico actually tries to eat a steak, but then they actually pointed out in the the director's commentary. They're like, you see, look, he puts it in the napkin right there. Watch, bam, spits it out in the napkin. It's pretty funny.
You know, I mean, okay, so if the actor is vegetarian and he's actually willing to put it in his mouth and chew, even momentarily, for the sake of his acting art, props to you, man. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, speaking
that's going above and beyond.
By the way, speaking of director's commentary, Will, after you pass certain, once you understand how to play Monkey Island 2, I highly recommend listening. They actually have director's commentary in Monkey Island 2.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, they didn't have it for the first one, but they have it for the second one, and it's worth a listen to. It's very insightful. I don't recommend doing it on stream because it gets a little long-winded and boring. But if you just want to, quickly, once you understand how the puzzles work, you can just quickly replay through the puzzles.
Yeah.
And then just do it just to listen to the director's commentary, because it's interesting. It's interesting commentary. Like, especially for someone like me that grew up playing those games where, I pretty much knew how the game worked by the time I got to the special edition. So then I was able to listen to the director's commentary and just leisurely do it. Dude, that wolf is like literally twice as tall as Alphino and Alize.
Well, yeah.
Wow. I mean, like, look. Like, they literally go up to his wolf manhood area.
His wolfhood?
His wolfhood. Yeah. That.
Ooh. I can enable followers only mode for chat. or a non-mod chat delay. Oh, this power.
Thanks for the host, Wacky. No, you've always had the ability to do that. You just...
Well, no.
It's always been in that little kind of menu thing right in chat.
But it hasn't been readily available.
Yeah, that. Okay, looks like that didn't work. Oh.
Oh, so wacky. My story about Terraria. You see, I picked up Terraria on Steam a while ago because in years past, one of my goals that I made in January of that year. See, I don't make New Year's resolutions because resolutions always fail. I typically fail at goals as well, but let's call a spade a spade. And I found out from my sister that her kids play Terraria. And so I figured, okay, well, they have Terraria on Steam. I'll pick up Terraria on Steam, and we'll be able to play together on occasion. Now, because my goal for the year was to get to know my nieces and nephews. You know, to establish myself as the fun uncle. And it's like, if I'm not going to be able to have kids myself,
Hey, Glitch.
might as well. Hey, Glitch. I figured, establish myself as the fun uncle that, I will endear myself to the hearts of my nieces and nephews. So that way, when when my wife and I are geriatric and we need someone to take care of us because we don't have kids of our own to take care of us, our nieces and nephews will be more than happy to foot the bill. I mean that somewhat figuratively, but I guess literally as well.
Right.
And so in an effort to endear myself to them, I figure, okay, well, I'll pick up Terraria and I'll try to play Terraria with them. And so in an effort to try to get used to the game before actually getting into a cooperative game with them, I started it up, and it was taking me a while to figure out, how do I do this? And I couldn't figure out how to do anything. And so then I got out of the game. I went up looking at controls, and I found the manual, I think. You read through it. Didn't have any information about controls. So I was just like, let's try this again. I mean, if my nieces and nephews are playing this game, then it can't be that hard for me to figure out. I looked up wikis online, trying to figure out, okay, how, how do I attack something? How do I... And then, long story short, and to kind of paraphrase the movie Clue, too late. Once I had things figured out, I made a video, and I emailed the YouTube link I set up. It was an unlisted video on YouTube. And I sent it to my sister, and I said, here, watch, let your kids watch this.
Just press all the
Basically,
buttons.
It was a video. Well, no, in this video, I sat there, and of course, with the technology of like Streamlabs and stuff, I had the game running. I had me up on the front, chatting with them, and I explained to my nieces and nephews that it took me 3 days, 3 actual days, to figure out in Terraria how to chop down a tree. Three literal and actual days.
Let's see here.
Now, you see, I might have to see if I have that. But you see,
Just punch it to death.
Glitch, I didn't know how to punch it to death. I couldn't. Apparently, it's just a right click. But it took me 3 days to figure that out.
I think all these villagers are gonna hate me. 'Cause I totally forgot like everything. what do you got for me, Missy? I was like, good. At least I remembered something. Ugh.
Yeah, Kane, I said pretty much the same thing.
I'm keeping tabs on these little midgets over here.
I don't think you need to.
I'm doing it just for kicks. Yay, I did something right. Uh-oh, these two people I screwed over. Hi, hi, hi. Well, I went fitty-fitty. Not too shabby. Cleaning bathtubs is never a small feat. Well, for me anyway. Oh good, I finished it. Domin Adventurers Guild quest. Okay, it looks like that's going to be a long thing of quests. So we will...
Why hasn't anybody else joined the queue?
There we go. Hooray!
There we go. Now, the button monster, the button boss. Come on, other healer, button boss.
Come on, healer. Si se puede.
I mean, it's almost the button boss here is almost as bad as when I played Star Wars: The Old Republic, and there was what was known as the bridge boss, where if there was like a dungeon or a raid area where there was just like a bridge over a chasm or something, and if you walked off the bridge or fell off the bridge, you died to your death. You fell to your death, not died to your death.
Rawr. Excuse me. Oh, hey, beefy boy.
Hello, nurse.
There is no turning back.
Whack
I feel like I'm playing Nier Automata right now.
Why is that?
All these little energy bubbles coming out everywhere.
Wait till you get to the toxic back.
Oh, I know.
Twofold is my wrath. Twice cast my blows. Wacky? You say it's reserved for hot guys and tigers. Or hot tigers. Hot tiger guys.
Hot Tiger Boys. Oof.
All creation trembles before my might. Behold, fury given form.
Whee!
Okay, it's time to do the thing that I apparently always fail at.
My wrath is a ceaseless torrent.
No, wait. Okay. You remember an old Super Nintendo game called Pilot Wings?
Yes.
Yes.
No more games.
But I like games. Derp.
To ashes with you. Impressive.
Which, speaking of someone who
I
has
shall bring all
experience
to
building
bear.
that, I would say focus on function more than form. But, like I said, take that for what you will.
Lightning Sear. Tempest Surge. Lightning Sear. Steel yourself. You're mine. Tempest Surge.
Yeah, I don't know anything about programming. I am the last person you want to ask about that.
No, I am.
You are stronger than I dared hope.
Okay, are you now a good putty tat now? Let's see here. Oh, cute. The kitty found a friend. I want to do one thing real quick. I'm going to make myself just a little bit bigger. There we go. Actually, hold up. Ah, sorry. There you go. Take my majestic unicorn of awesome. Excuse me. Yeah, I know all about that. I took one class of Visual Basic at college. It drove me nuts because I am not a very detail-oriented person, and doing that kind of programming stuff, so I'm just like, oh, it was bad.
Which all you need to do to get a unicorn, I think, is what, level 30?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Glitch, you should have access to this one. Nice one, Glitch. You should be able to get the unicorn mount. It's just a quest that's in the, what's his face?
In Gridania.
Yeah, it's just in the,
It's a white mage mount.
yeah. No, it's not
Kieran.
Kieran.
Is completely separate. Kieran is completely separate.
You have unicorn. Then why are you saying you want it? Oh, you just really like it. That's all. Oh, excuse me. Less chatting, more chanting. It's majestic. All right.
So, Farrell, stupid question for you. Do
Okay.
you know much Excel?
I know a lot about Excel.
Aha. Is there any way to fudge with the default settings in Excel so that when I bring up a new, fresh, blank workbook, that the default font and font size are different than Calibri 11?
Well, what you could do is this is kind of what we do with another program of ours. You can create a workbook and then set what your font is and font size, and then you save a blank document with those settings in it. And then
Wait. Actually, I just let's see. Does that work? Does that work? Don't say.
yeah, I don't know how to do like default settings and stuff like that. I've never bothered. I know it's possible, I just don't know how to do it.
Okay. No, I think I found it.
What if the kids start trying to play the Furtner? There's only one kid that'll get me to play the Furtner, and that's my nephew. If my daughter says, Daddy, I want to play Fortnite with you. No, my sweet child. We will play better games.
There are better games. Than
Much
Fortnite.
better games that take a little more brain power.
Oh, you know what I need to do. You know what I need to do.
What do you need to do?
Okay, so I think I've mentioned that like part of me wants to write a book, a novel, a lit RPG novel,
Right.
which is a genre that is like the characters are in a game or whatever. And I know that I'm going to start off with like a character introduction of my character playing a different game, and then it bring him into a situation where he's playing the other game.
Right.
I can have him playing a game that is actually literally titled Furtner.
Have you played the Furtner, the Beast Battle Royale game on this side of the interwebs? Yeah!
And
I
of course,
freaking hate
there-
Fortnite. I freaking hate it. I cannot depthly explain the utter hatred I have towards that game. It is just like Five Nights at that is the
No, Wacky, I need to finish reading that.
well,
I
it's
started
like
reading it and I started editing it.
Oh my.
Because what's interesting, is over the past decade or so, there's been games that have just clicked with the youths, the younger kids. Undertale was one of them, but Undertale was actually really, really complex in terms of its storyline, and I don't think most kids ever truly understood what the crap was going on in that game. I think they saw the silly characters and they thought it was fun, but it's just like, oh boy, that game's dark. Oh, that game is really dark. And then you get all the little a-holes that played Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm just like, parents are letting their kids play this game that would have literally had me crapping my sheets in the middle of the night because of nightmares? How are parents letting their kids play this game? But they just love it. That was one of the big things when I was on my mission, 2003 to 2005. I met kids everywhere in Jersey they were all watching YouTube of Friday nights at Freddy's playthroughs, and it was just ridiculous. I'm just like, this is a demented Chuck E. Cheese game. Who the balls would let their kids play this? I don't get it. But I mean, Undertale was a good one.
I will say this in regard to the Fortnite. In regard to Fortnite. When I first heard about it, I thought it sounded interesting. I was interested in trying it out.
For the lore, man.
And then...
I'm sorry. Hold up. Hold the phone. Tortoise in Time.
Yes! Yes!
Tortoise in Time. I'm a fan. I'm sorry. Please continue.
So, when I first heard about Fortnite, it sounded interesting. It sounded like something that I could get behind. If me and a couple of buddies could get together and play this game.
Okay, now, question. Did you know about PUBG before Fortnite?
Oh, no. We haven't even gotten to that part of the story yet.
Oh, boy.
Because, you see, this is before Fortnite was released.
Okay.
The original gameplay that they had and they announced for Fortnite had nothing to do with the Battle Royale.
Oh, that's right. That's the tower defense, the actual single player,
Yes.
the actual legitly what Fortnite was supposed to be.
Yes. See, that I thought sounded interesting. That I thought would be pretty cool. And that I figured if me and another circle of friends I have called the Doghouse,
Right.
I figured I could get all of us into Fortnite with that. That could be pretty fun to play together. And then the game gets released, and I throw that thought into the back of my mind, and I'm just like, well, maybe if it ever goes on sale for real cheap, I'll pick it up for myself and multiple copies for the group. And I was just like, okay, throw it in the back of my mind, don't pay it any mind. Then all of a sudden I start hearing people talk about Fortnite like it's the next best thing since sliced bread, and it's just, oh my gosh, so unbelievably popular. And I'm like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, it's free. I'm like, what? What? And then I investigated a little bit, and I hear Battle Royale. I'm like, so it's like Hunger Games.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, so it's like PUBG and such. And I'm just like, wow. And it's like, this is not the game that I thought it was. And I go and I check, and I'm like, okay, so the game I thought it was is still there. They're just trying to supplement this until they can get all the balls in place to release this as free as well. And then, of course, with as popular as it grew as Battle Royale, they're just like, forget that stuff we originally planned.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just like, oh, how the mighty have fallen.
No, it's just, like my main problem with the Battle Royale games is that, oh, you know what? I might actually want to attune these things. That might be a good idea.
Wait, there's an Aetheryte shard in here, but wow.
Yeah, I should have probably
Oh, wait,
attuned these things
I-
before I went jet setting off. That might have been a good idea.
Honestly, I think the reason I forgot that there was one right there at the docks is I don't think they added it until just this most recent patch.
Oh. I will say, though, the only Battle Royale game I can really get behind is Tetris 99. That is the only Battle Royale game I can actually enjoy. But even then, I don't really do too much of the personalized targeting stuffs. Like, I just treat it like it's a massive versus game, and I have, like, limited control over the people I actually target and whatnot. But, go ahead.
Well, okay, so like, Fortnite and most battle royale games, it's what 100 people.
Yeah.
The default generic value.
Yeah, it's 99.
Okay. So, I think the biggest issue I have with battle royale games is that it's 99 complete strangers.
Right. Well, they have there are some games that actually have it to where you can set up large rooms. Like Tetris 99 actually has it to where you can invite a bunch of friends together with a room code, and then you can all play in the same room. And then if you don't have enough people, they start filling it with randos.
Well, I want the battle royale, any battle royale that I take part in, to be filled only with friends and or at least acquaintances.
Yeah.
I don't want the random schlub that's.
Yeah, by the way, I think we're actually we're going to cut it. We're going to cut it right there for tonight. Yeah, cuz I'm a little tired. I got a run planned for the morning. So I do need to get off and get ready for bed. So yeah, sorry I was a little short tonight. I've been sleeping in the past 2 days, so I kind of need to get up early and make things happen in the morning. So yes, I am planning on doing a run tomorrow. So no Zwift stream planned. I'm trying to think if there might be a afternoon stream tomorrow with my daughter playing Pokemon. There might be. We'll have to see how my wife's work is going. So she might be playing Pokemon. If she does, she will be at the Fairy gym, facing off against the Old Fart. And I will probably be playing Final Fantasy 14 if she is playing Pokemon. So stay tuned to Discord for that. I'll have to see how the kiddos behave tomorrow, because there's always a chance they blow their opportunity. So yeah, so nothing in the morning. And then so then Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow night. Tonight I was, well, unbeknownst to Will, I was helping him out with some audio items on his stream. He thought he was going to help me out with audio on my stream, but whatever. So, Will, are you planning on streaming tomorrow?
There's a small chance.
Okay.
Tomorrow is day 1 for my wife working at home.
Okay.
So I have no idea how that's going to end up being. And so it's just, and on top of that, I have to report on a semester-long project for one of my 2 classes that I thought the report was going to be next week.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, that should be in my morning web conference tomorrow at like 11, and I'm just like, this should be interesting.
All right. Well,
So who knows how the day will fall out.
all right.
I use that term loosely.
Yeah,
Fall out.
sounds good. If you're streaming, just pop it in the Discord. No problem whatsoever. We'll get on and we'll support you, man. So, yeah. So, like I said, that's it for this evening. We will be back tomorrow. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Enjoy your day tomorrow. And good night, Isaiah Norris. Wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
See y'all later. Have a good night, everyone. Good night.